it's like the engineer is turning up the volume as you die away. It's really a perfect way to get that never-ending tone, particularly with a longer release time. Actually, what a perfect segue. Let's talk about the release control. Okay, now on the other side of the threshold crossing is how long will the compressor continue to clamp down or squash down that signal after your signal has fallen below your threshold. Now this can be just a few milliseconds up to 5 seconds or more. I wouldn't normally go into a second or more except for maybe specific applications, most notably electric guitar, if you want that monster sustain on there. Generally, it kind of goes like this. If you want to control peaks, then set a fast attack and release. If you want to control average level, then a slower attack and release is best. Now, let's look at our examples of our guitar again. So now let's play around with the release time. And this is how long it takes after the threshold, you've come up underneath the threshold, for the gain reduction to, basically for the compression circuit to let go of that gain reduction. So let's play around with that. Obviously, if it's very short, then as soon as you get underneath that, it will let go of the compression. You could put this all the way up to 4 seconds. But let's kind of play around with this. A little longer. So you can hear that release takes a lot longer to stop compressing that sound. You'll also notice that the signal gets a lot noisier because it's really like an engineer just pushing up that fader, more and more and bringing up that noise. So that's why quite often I'll follow. If I have a very long release here, I might just really be having a listen to that, whether it's going to make things noisy, and maybe follow this up with a gate. So we'll learn lots more about attack and release when we go into the actual dynamics in action section. Later on, we compress all sorts of things like drums, vocals, guitars, bass, overheads, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so on to knees. What the heck do knees have to do with compression? Well, a lot. A knee is how gradual the compression is in terms of how abrupt that gain reduction is when we detect that that threshold has been crossed. Let's see this kind of visually rather than all this talk.